This is the briefing for Monday, April 20th. Well, if it's like a lot of my clients say that when I travel, the market makes big moves. When I'm not in the office, it just really does some strange things. And of course, while I was out of the office last week, the market made new all-time highs. And it appears that even the news coming out of the Middle East is not going to restrain this market. Now, I've said in the past that I am bullish this market, and I am bullish, and I have been bullish, but I still have a great concern. And that concern is over the market internals, and that especially is referring to volume. This is volume on the spiders. This is spiders on a daily basis, and you can see they broke above this 700 level and now appears to be in a holding position right here based on the fact that as of Friday's close, the indices were extremely overbought. So that has had to be expected in today's trading. 52-week highs minus 52-week lows is expanding nicely. Breadth is not. You can see breadth is basically flat, which gives me a great concern, along with what's happening with volume. And net volume is basically flat as well. So really, while this breakout move was good in terms of price development, in terms of price structure, it was a very, very weak breakout. Looking at where we are in terms of the Qs, also you can see the same thing, broke above this 640 level. A little bit of a pause in today's trading. Volume in the Qs just absolutely falling off. Breadth in the NASDAQ, basically flat, flat to down, I should say, and net volume trending lower. Really not anything you really want to shine a light on and praise over this breakout move. In terms of the IWM, a little bit stronger in today's trading. Breakout move in Friday's trading, a little bit of follow through today. Once again, volume just very, very weak. Russell breadth flat to down, and net volume flat to down. So this is going to be very, very interesting. Now, what is going to be important going forward, I'm going to go back to the spiders here, is you can see this gap right here, the gap that occurred on Friday. The low of Friday is going to be your first important support level, and then below that is going to be this 700 level that we broke through on looks like Wednesday and Thursday of last week, of course, while I was traveling. And then of course the same thing with the Qs. 640 is going to be important support, but today's low in the Qs, which comes right around 642, is going to be the first initial support level. And in the Russell, the IWM, Friday's low is going to be an initial support, and then below that is going to be 270. Now, two things to watch out for going forward. When we get a breakout move, it is not uncommon, or I should say it is common, for a market to retest the breakout and then begin a dramatic move in the direction of the breakout. So it would not surprise me to see the indices retest this breakout point, and if this holds, then that would be an indication that potentially we're going to see another really pretty good move to the upside and putting in new all-time highs. On the other hand, if these levels do not hold, and I'm very concerned over what I'm seeing with the market internals on this rally, then that's going to suggest this is a false breakout. We're going to see rotation potentially back through this range once traders see that there was not enough strength internally for this market to continue to move higher. In terms of overbought and oversold, you can see we were overbought on Friday, worked some of that overbought condition off. Same thing with the NASDAQ, worked some of that overbought condition off. We're basically neutral in today's trading. So it really gives the opportunity to move in either direction. And then, of course, in terms of volume, importantly enough, and that's why I put this 10-day exponential moving average of volume on the volume chart. This is NYSE volume, and you can see the trend in volume, total volume on the NYSE is down, and you can see that basically the trend in net volume is down as well, and even lower in today's trading, suggesting that while there is low volume that we have that is coming in, what volume that is coming in is beginning to be more selling volume than buying volume. More dramatic is what's happening with the NASDAQ. This is total NASDAQ volume, and you can see, well, we've got more or less of a trading range or a rotation in terms of volume here. You can see that the 10-day exponential moving average is basically flat, and then of course we've got this move to the downside. But look at net volume. Net volume is really, really trending lower. And in fact, I was expecting potential for some negative net volume in today's trading, but it didn't quite make it to that level. So it's going to be important for these key reference areas that I've just outlined to hold the breakout points, 700 in the spiders, 640 in the Qs, and 270 in the IWM. Watch those levels carefully. Now, the other side of this coin is if we continue to move higher, and it looks like we close near the highs of the day, which would suggest follow through tomorrow. If we do continue higher, it's going to be important to see the internals begin to strengthen to support this move, and especially volume. Volume is just very, very concerning at this point in time. Have a great night. I'll pick this back up again tomorrow.